Good morning and welcome to my road trip. Many thanks to Anne-Marie for loaning me Isla for the week and giving me the company of Heather for the week. So we're on a wee bit of a road trip and not actually sure where we're going to end up, but we're in Glencoe at the moment. I'm going to have a wee walk, the two Lerrigs. This wasn't on the agenda for today, but the seeds were sown in a Facebook post that I saw last night, and I thought, yeah, it's a nice walk. It's not too bad looking just now. The forecasted rubbish for the whole week, to be honest, but it's dry just now, so hopefully we'll get a nice wee walk in today. The rest of the week, plans are fluid. Basically we're just going to go where the wind blows us. I've got one or two places in mind. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of high hills for the week ahead. As I say, the forecast isn't good, and the wind's going to be picking up later in the week as well. Lots of wind and rain forecast, so it's not great, but we'll make the best of it. Yeah, looking forward to it. So I'm just going to go and get my gear on, and I'm going to set off in the walk, and I'll catch up with you guys in a wee bit. Hey guys, so as you can see, I'm on my way, and as I said, the walk is called the Two Lerrigs, and a Lerrigs being, it's like a pass between the hills, and this takes me from Glen Co via the Lerrig Elder through to Glencoe, and then we come back via the Lerrig Gartain, all the while encircling the wee buckle. So that's the wee buckle up there. I think that one up there, I think that's Screach, and that's Benfata, the nearest of the Three Sisters. Going over to the Affric Ridge. So as I say, the forecast isn't great all week. It's dry just now, a bit of sunshine trying to peek through. Hopefully it'll get there. I'm not holding my breath. I expect to get wet at some point, if not today then certainly before the week's out, but yeah, I can live with that. All part of the fun, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to crack on, and I think that's it's about 9 miles, 4.5, 5 hours should do it. So I'll catch up with you guys in a wee bit. I think he saw me coming and he's trying to hide. So that's looking up to Stob Curragh on the wee buckle, and along to its other end, Stob Dhu. As you can see, the Glencoe hills are still holding a wee bit of snow. Again, back up to Benfata of the Three Sisters, back down the glen where we come up from. So yeah, we still managed to stay dry. Hopefully it will continue to be that way. Making pretty good progress, so hopefully get round here in about 4.5, 5 hours at a push. Yeah, it's all good. starting to feel a few spits of rain, so I think it's on its way. And that's just looking up to Screech, Stubcurra Screech, which is Biddyon's other Munro top at 1,072 metres. And from there you would drop down between Benfada and Geiranach, down into the Hidden Valley and make your way back out. It has officially turned horrible. I can actually feel the water running down inside my gaiters. I heard a shot ringing out just a few minutes ago, and the dog belongs to the two guys that were doing the shooting, down in the flatland down there. And I heard a deer running across the hillside, so obviously there's a cull in progress, and you can just about make out the two guys just down there. One's got a pair of binoculars, the other's got a rifle. So yeah, whilst it's I don't like it, but I do get why it's done. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it. I am soaking, and it is miserable. Oh dear. I really expect there to be more water. Really surprising. Well, the rain's off and pretty much dried out, to be honest, and I was soaking. It was quite windy up top, so that's obviously helped to dry me out, but it's lovely down here. I mean, there's hardly a breath of wind down here. Obviously I'm kind of surrounded on all sides, but yeah, it's actually very pleasant down here. I think I'm going to be crossing quite soon down there. Don't go as far as the road down there, I know that. I've done this walk before. And then I'll head back via the Lairig Gartain, and basically between the two buchels. So I'll have the wee buchel on my left and the buchel on my right. But hopefully no more of those heavy showers. Just look into the distance. See my finger right. Just about there. His head in the clouds would be Ben Starav, which is a brute. Ben Starav wasn't my first Munro, but I think it was probably somewhere in my first 20. And I always said if it had been my first, there would never have been a second. It is an absolute brute. I have to say it's been a pretty good path throughout so far. Random I saw hanging by the fence, on the fence. You really need to be careful at this point, because the natural instinct is just to keep following the path that you're on, which will eventually take you down to the road, but that's not the way you want to go. We've just come down there, and what we need to do is a sharp left, and this will take us down the river, I think for our last river crossing of the day. But yeah, if you're coming to do this, just be very, very wary that it is easy to miss that turn off. Unfortunately, this was the point where some water had got into my sound system, specifically my receiver, and it doesn't mess up the whole video, but this particular section, unfortunately, the sound wasn't too great. just looking down Glen towards Loch Etive. It's absolutely glorious looking, isn't it? Again with Star Ave up on the left there. It's beautiful looking. Even in these overcast conditions, absolutely glorious looking. But we're heading this way, up through the Lary Gartain, up towards the Buchel up there. The Buchel up there. It's the last wee look back at Glen Etive, Loch Etive. I see up there is the Buchel, and up there is Stobnabroig, which is its second Monroe. I'm just following this path along the side of the wee Buchel. It's me reached a high point on the Lary Gartain, marked by this wee cairn. You still see Glen Etive, although it's getting quite misty down there, quite claggy. But yeah, this is the high point on the walk back out, so it's pretty much downhill all the way. I'm going to try again. GoPro kept switching itself off there. It said the battery was low, but the battery's sitting at 63%, so I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, that was the high point of the Lary Gartain at just under 500 metres, about 580 something. Sorry, 480 something. Right, I gave up and put a new battery in it. As I said before, I don't know if there's any of that that's recorded because it kept switching off, but that was at the cairn up there. That was the high point of the Lary Gartain at just under 500 metres, about 480 something. And now we just follow, well, we will pick up the River Coupal. It's quite dry in a lot of places, very surprising considering the amount of rain we've had, and obviously snow melt as well. But pretty much downhill all the way back to Altnafay, and then a wee slog through the bog to get back to the car. But yeah, cracking walk, absolutely fantastic walk, and if you've never done it you should treat yourself. Try and pick a better day than I did. That's the third time I've done this. The other 2 days was absolutely glorious days, and it's just such a beautiful walk. I'd call it a low level walk, but I think we're still talking, well, wait till we see. Let's check the scores on the doors. So as you can see, I've done 639 metres of total ascent on the day. I'm sitting at just below 500 now. But there won't be, to get my bolt, there won't be any more ascent on the way back. It's pretty much, as I say, it's level or downhill pretty much all the way. And just picking up the River Coupal and just following it all the way back down. So yeah, all good. But a cracking walk, absolutely cracking walk. But yeah, pick a better day than I did. The aforementioned River Coupal. As I say, I'll just be following pretty much the line of it all the way back down to the main road. And then I've got, as I said, I know from memory that the last section is quite, I could walk along the road, but the last section is quite boggy. But as I say, the alternative is to walk along the road, but as you all know, the 82 is a very, very busy road. See, still quite a few pockets of snow up the Buchel. And the rain's decided to come back on just towards the end of the walk. Well, I say towards the end, I've probably still got the best part of 3 miles to go yet. Now if it was July and it was 25 degrees, there are some gorgeous, gorgeous pools along this stretch of the water that you could just strip down your shorts and just get in and just, oh God, sounds amazing, doesn't it? But it's not July and it's not 25 degrees, so it won't be happening. See the main road from here. I've still got the best part of 2 miles to go. back down to the beehive here in the car park. Just look round, looking up to Stub Jerrig on the buchel. And over to Bainachroista, which I still say is one of the finest viewpoints in all of Scotland, never mind just in Glencoe. Amazing viewpoint. Back round to the wee buchel, looking down to the Anach. Yeah, less than an hour should get me back to the van. It's not been heavy, but it's been constant for the last wee while. So yeah, change of clothes will be in order. There's guys. As you can see, I'm just walking along the trodden grass at the side of the road. The actual path that you're supposed to follow is over there somewhere. And I did actually, you cross the road once you get to the road and you pick up the path. But if I'm honest, it's as much swampland as it is path. And I decided just to bite the bullet and make my way down towards the main road. As I say, the grass along the verge has been trodden. I'm not the first one that's came this way. It's a very busy road, but I'm a good 5 or 6 feet in from the road. 4 or 5, 3 or 4 maybe. But no, as long as I'm careful, I'm not in any danger. Unless somebody like him decides to go off-road. But that happens. So anyway, just make my way back to the van, and I'll catch up with you guys when I get to the van, because it's pretty miserable now. And what rain there is it was my back all the way down the Larry Gartain, but it's pretty much my face now. So I'll get you guys back at the van. As you can see, I'm back at the van at this point, and I think the receiver, my sound receiver, had just got too much water at this point and is totally goosed. And I really grudge splashing it another couple of £100 to get another set, so I think I'm just going to go with the onboard system on the camera from now on. That's what it is, but I've lost too money due to weather. So yeah, so let's say I've changed, I've got dry clothes on, and I'm ready to move on. Good morning. Well, get the clothes on. I'm just going to get the kettle and get a cuppa, get some breakfast. Parked up overnight at the Commando Memorial at Speen Bridge. Very, very overcast, very cloudy. Had a lot of rain through the night. What a gorgeous sight to wake up to. So yeah, going to get the kettle on, get some breakfast made, and see what today brings. So good morning. and welcome to day 2 of mine, Isla and Heather's wee road trip. I just parked the van up at the Glen Affric car park and I'm staying low again today. I'm not going to be high all week, so doing a circuit. It's basically a circuit along Affric. It's about 11 miles along, but hopefully, and I know most of it will be really good paths. I think all of it will be really good paths, to be honest. So yeah, looking forward to this today. Weather it's overcast, but it's very mild, and hopefully that rain that's not there at the moment will continue to be that way. So anyway, got to crack on, and me and get Heather with me today. We'll catch up with you guys later. A couple of friends of mine going to be doing that in May. Mr. Dave Allen and Mr. Stephen Moss. Better known as DA Outdoors. And Walking Wild Camping UK. If you want to check out their sites, I'm sure you'll find them very enjoyable. Another Mr. Froggy. Hello. Thinks if he stays still I won't see him. We'll leave him in peace. Be the sight of Glencoe flag. Just walked about 200 or 300 yards back to collect my GoPro, which I'd left sitting at the side of the water there. I swear to God, old age does not come without its pitfalls. Just looking down towards the hills of Glencoe. You know, there are some people, there are a lot of people, an awful lot of people, who believe that Glen Affric is quite possibly the most beautiful glen in all of Scotland. I think that's a crock of shit, to be honest. I don't think there's any quite possibly about it. It is an absolutely stunning area of outstanding natural beauty, and it's a place that every Scotsman and woman should endeavour to visit at least once in their lifetime. You will never be disappointed. It's just an absolutely glorious, glorious place. It's just beautiful, it's breathtaking. It genuinely does take your breath away. And it doesn't matter what time of year. I mean, I'm walking up it just now and I'm thinking it's just absolutely glorious. And this is on a less than pleasant, well, it's pleasant enough day, but not perfect summer conditions. But yeah, it is an absolutely beautiful place. Get here, you'll enjoy it. just looking up to a couple of hills in Kintail, Mullach Freach Corrie and Achralig. Mullach Freach Corrie gets MFC for short, as Mullach Freach Corrie's about a mouthful. But yeah, you do the two of them as a pair from Kintail, and I would have to say that of all the Munros that I did, that is one hike that would without question be in my top 10 of favourite hikes, and it's one that I very much look forward to repeating. Won't be today, but yeah, really looking forward to that. It was an absolutely fantastic hike, beautiful day, just thoroughly enjoyed it. As I say, look forward to repeating it. But these views are just, tell me this isn't glorious. Just absolutely stunning. It is a good day to be alive. No vehicle access. Yeah, could you see me try to bring the camper van over here? Nothing like stating the obvious, that's a reached the point in my journey today where I'll be heading up this way, and that'll take me back along the north side of Loch Affric. But those of you who know this route, and there'll be many of you know it, all you Munro baggers, and you guys that have done the Affric Kintail way, you'll know that if you continue along that path, you will eventually come to Altbeath Hostel, which has the distinction of being the most remote hostel in Scotland, certainly, if not in all of Britain. Whilst I couldn't possibly give it glowing reviews, it does serve its purpose, and I suppose it was a welcome bed and a welcome heat for the night when I was doing the 3 Munros down there. So as I say, I'll be heading up this path and heading back along the north side of Loch Affric. Laters. What are you looking at? Well, as you can see, Heather and I have made it back to the van. Enjoyed that today, it was good. It was good to get round dry, but a couple of wee spitty showers. Never came to anything. It was lovely. It was good. Had my jacket off pretty much the whole way. Never had to resort to gloves, so it was pretty mild. And for the most part, I say 90% it good pass throughout. There was a wee section round the north side of the loch that was a wee bit but we're more than used to it. But the old legs are feeling it. That's it's 5 hikes in the last 12 days, 60 miles, well over 4,000 metres of elevation. So I think tomorrow is going to be a quiet day. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. The plan was to go to Skye, but the forecast is for 40+ mile-an-hour winds the next couple of days. I don't see any point in going to Skye if I can't do it justice. So I'm going to have a wee think and decide where I'm going to end up tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be spending the night here. There's a wee bit up, just about a mile up the road, maybe not even a mile up the road. But open ground, quite flat looking. But I'd really prefer to get somewhere where I've got a phone signal, which is definitely not in here. So yeah, maybe catch up with you guys later. But yeah, a good day was had. I enjoyed that today. It's a cracking circuit. Again, if you're in the area, you're looking for something to do that doesn't involve hiking up mountains, you do worse than take the circuit round Loch Affric. Anyway, laters guys, I may or may not, I'll try my best to catch up with you later. Morning and welcome to day 3. Oh my god, what a night, man. I thought the roof was going to come off. Turned out it was actually the blackout screen on the windscreen that was flapping. Just after midnight, man, woke me up and I could not get back to sleep. And I really thought it was a pop top, but as I say, it turned out to be the blackout screen, so I had to get up and do it and take it off. Absolutely wild through the night. Forecast today is for 40+ mile-an-hour winds. I mean, you can't see out the windscreen because it's all steamed up, but it looks bright and sunny out there. But trust me, there's been heavy rain, and as I say, it's absolutely howling. See it. So I'm not sure what the plan is for the day other than to have breakfast at the moment. How people keep a camper van tidy when they're away, I have no idea. This place is like a skip. Sorry, Anne-Marie. So I'm just north of Galsby. The plan was today to go up to John of Groats. Probably it still is. That's kettle boiled. It still is. Take that iconic photograph, and there's a wee walk along to the lighthouse. So I might do that if the wind's not too rough. But after that, I'm not really sure. But we'll see. We'll see. But as I say, just going to get breakfast. So laters, guys. Hello. Well, I have arrived at the, well, it's said to be the most northeasterly point in the British Isles, John of Groats. The actual most northeasterly point is just along the coast, Duncansby Bay, or Duncansby Lighthouse. I'm actually going to take a wee walk along there. Maybe it is howling out there, absolutely howling. At least it's dry at the moment. But yeah, so I'm just going to get suited and booted and just head off for a wee walk. I'll catch up with you guys along the way. Might not be able to hear much of what I'm saying today. My sound systems went tits up, and the wind might muffle out most of what I've got to say, which is always a bonus, isn't it? Right guys, I'm going to get ready. you like me to take your photo?
No, I'm fine. Do you want to take your photo?
If you don't mind. That was subtle, wasn't it? Yeah, it's not. That's where we're heading, up towards the lighthouse. The only plus side at the moment is the wind's been in my back the whole way up, which of course means it's going to be in my face the whole way back. Shit. It is wild. Hopefully sea stacks. Shooting on the other side, not this side. Oh, I can't see. This is absolutely insane. Wowsy wow. That's pretty impressive. No, we're not in Ballamore. Hey guys, well that was John Groats and the Duncansby Bay, or the Duncansby Lighthouse, and the sea stacks. The sea stacks were pretty impressive. I don't know if you could hear me saying that on over the wind or not, but yeah, they were pretty impressive. Obviously I'm back at the van now. It was a 4.5 mile walk that felt like 14.5 miles in that wind. It was pretty brutal, still is. I'm going to head back in the direction that I came from because I spotted something in a wee place called Helmsdale that, whilst it won't be the highlight on my trip so far, could be the biggest treat of my trip so far. So maybe catch up with you there. So this is what I spotted in the way up earlier. Yeehaw! Oh my god, how good does that feel? I wish this was in smelly vision because I smell amazing right now. Oh god. I think I'm just going to stay here for the night. I've just noticed a sign that says 45 minutes, no return within half an hour. But I know there's parking down at the harbour, so I might take myself down there. I see a fish and chip shop there, but I don't think it's open. I don't know if it's too early yet. Anyway, we'll find out. I ain't cooking tonight, so I'm going to look for a wee takeaway place. May even treat myself to a beer. Anyway guys, we'll call that a day for today. Just try to negotiate where I'm going tomorrow. I think I might head down to the Aviemore area and see what's happening down there. But catch up with you guys. Bye for now. Hello guys, day 4. Unfortunately, I'm heading home. Didn't have a good night's sleep last night. Felt quite ill this morning. Didn't feel great last night actually. Didn't feel great this morning. And the weather is absolute pants. It's just horrible. And it's not forecast to get any better over the next couple of days. So I decided just to bite the bullet and head home. I have thoroughly enjoyed my wee trip away, and again many thanks Anne Marie for pulling off Isla. She's served me well, and Heather, who's been fantastic company. So yeah, as I say, I'm heading home, but I have 3 hours drive to go. As I say, I hope you guys have enjoyed my wee adventure. Been to a couple of my favourite places in planet Scotland, Glen Co and Affric, and somewhere I've never been before, John the Groats, which was fun. So yeah, it's been a good wee trip and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, as you can see, it's not nice. So home time. Till the next one guys, as always, take care, and as ever, be kind to one another. Doesn't cost you a thing. Bye bye.